Hello, and welcome to my easy tutorial on achieving the staple all-black smoky eye. I only use 2 or 3 brushes for this entire look, so let's get started. Starting off bare-faced with a wet makeup sponge to help blend. Don't forget to cleanse your skin before you start, and I also moisturize and put a retinol on. I shave my eyebrows as well, and start with my primers. I use the e.l.f. Poreless Primer and the Urban Decay Primer Potion for my eyelids. For the first part of this look, I'm only working on my upper eyelids and forehead, leaving the lower half of my face bare so I can easily remove any black fallout that the eyeshadow leaves behind. This has just been the best method for me personally. I've been using this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation for years. It's been my go-to just because it's so hard to find a drugstore foundation in a light enough shade for me. This foundation is buildable, but it can look cakey pretty easily, so be careful if you're going to try it out for the first time. You can see me building up my foundation in areas where it's not as opaque as others. I conquer my face in like little sections at a time just to make sure it's all blended all nice and goodly. After I've painted my billboard, I set the foundation with this OG Stargazer powder. I've tried a lot of other powders, but this one is white enough and doesn't irritate my skin, so it's the winner chicken dinner. Try not to powder all the way down onto the very bottom of your foundation line, just so you're not overlapping foundation and get this really harsh white line. This is an e.l.f. brush that I got from Walmart. It's just a little fluffy boy. I'm using a giant fluffy brush and a little fluffy brush. I'm just gathering all of my palettes that have a black eyeshadow in them. Any palette you can find that has a black or a gray, glittery, matte, whatever, a single eyeshadow, you're going to be using different tones of gray and black eyeshadow to gradiate from gray to black to create a nice even blend. The gray I decided to use today is from the ColourPop Smoke Show palette. I do have other ones, but I'm just swirling my little brush in there and then defining my crease with the gray eyeshadow. This is just going to be your lightest tone, and later on if you're having trouble blending out your black, you're going to go back into your gray just to bring out your lighter tone again. I'm using the same gray eyeshadow on the bigger fluffy brush, and I'm just blending outward so that I don't have to put as much work in because the size of the brush does most of the work for me. The more you practice the hand movement of blending, the better you get at it. So practice definitely does make perfect. This eyeshadow is what I would call a medium black. It's not jet black, but it's not necessarily gray. So I'm just using the smaller eyeshadow brush once again, and then redefining the crease. You don't need to put a ton of product on your brush, especially when you're working with black. Black will get all over your face if you're not careful with it, so you just need to tap in maybe once or twice and then tap off the excess. We did do the magical foundation trick, but you'd be surprised at how far eyeshadow can travel. Now I'm just taking my next darkest black. It's nearly my darkest black, and I'm just redefining the crease once again. The idea is that each eyeshadow layer is darkening the blend, so the shade before it peeks out underneath, and it helps make your eyeshadow look a little bit more flawless and airbrushed. And after each darker layer, I'm just going in with my larger brush and making sure everything's nicely blended together. Having a bigger brush definitely helps if you have trouble blending. So this is actually my blackest black, the Lunatic Cosmetic Labs Zombie Defense palette. Black. I don't actually know what the black's called, but I apply it with my finger just because it makes it much more opaque. This isn't the case with all eyeshadows because each formula is different, but just try it out. Sometimes it helps the glitter and glitter eyeshadows really pop. It doesn't look fabulous yet, but we still have potential here. I'm taking my drugstore liquid eyeliner and I'm just applying it all over my top eyelid there. It really does not have to look good. I messed up a little bit here, which is frustrating because I also keep going out of frame, but I'm just blending the liquid eyeliner into my eyeshadow with a super skinny liner brush. And I'm making sure that it looks seamless by topping it off with a little bit of eyeshadow on that fluffy brush I was using earlier. Because I kind of messed it up a little bit, I'm just working in the black back into my eyelash line so it doesn't look quite as disjointed. Now I'm just using Essence eyeliner. It's very, very inexpensive, maybe $2, and I'm just lining my upper waterline just to make sure that there's not a gap between my sclera and my makeup. You don't really have to do this, but it does make it look blacker. Also, mascara, not exactly necessary, but it does tend to make your eyeshadow look a lot darker, especially if your foundation's light. Now I'm actually going back over all of my eyeshadow with my blackest black on the brush just to make sure it's all as black as possible, because I was messing around with it and blending a little bit, and I just need to make sure it's as strong and packed on there as I can get it. So I did film myself putting my eyebrows on, but I was completely out of frame because clearly I am not a professional and have no idea what I'm doing. So this is just what you get. My uneven eyebrows are just magically on my face. And later on, another detail just magically adds to my face. Just pretend you didn't see it. Anyway, right now I'm just doing the other eye with the exact same steps. I was originally going to show the difference between doing eyeshadow with eyebrows already on and before you put your eyebrows on, but it really doesn't make that much of a difference, I've come to realize. You'll learn something new every day, and I also learned that it is way harder to get your eyebrows even when you only have one eye of eyeshadow on. So, take my advice and just don't. What do you guys do? Do you put your eyebrows on first and then do your eyeshadow, or do your eyeshadow and then your eyebrows? I'm very conflicted. I suppose there is no right or wrong way to do makeup. There's just like works for you, doesn't work for you, but still, I'd love to know. And what do you know, the second time I'm doing my eyeliner, I'm also pretty much out of frame. But it's better, it's better. I used a little more finger this time, but we made it. We made it through, fellas. Now I'm just taking micellar water. You can use makeup remover, whatever. I'm just getting all of the fallout off my face. Because I swear to God, it doesn't matter what I do. If I hold a tissue on my face the entire time I'm doing my makeup, my nose ends up completely black by the time I'm done doing a smoky eye. That is a look for some occasions, but not every occasion. Make sure to re-moisturize your skin where you may have removed any of the moisturizer you put on before. Wow, I'm concentrated. Okay, here we go. Wow, amazing. Also, don't forget to prime the bottom of your face as well, because we didn't do that the first time. Don't forget your neck either. Using the same foundation, I'm just going in and fixing the bottom of my face where I haven't put any foundation before. Making sure that the area where it might overlap doesn't overlap. If you overlap both areas of foundation, it ends up looking extra vibrant white and like a big line, maybe like you're wearing a mask or something, so just be diligent about where you're putting your foundation. If I do ever get that stark white line from overlapping too much foundation, I always will just throw some glitter on it and pretend it's highlight. If you mess up, just work it into the look. That's what I stand by. Optional, if you feel like cleaning your ears later, you can always foundation or just powder your ears. It is a pain in the ass to get back out of them though. Don't say I didn't warn you. For the bottom of my eyelashes here, I'm just repeating all of the same steps with all of the same eyeshadows, just on a smaller scale for my lower lash line so I don't end up looking like an emo raccoon, which like is also a look, honestly. I was attempting to use the same two brushes the entire time, but I just needed a slightly smaller one for my lash line here. So I'm just using like a regular pencil eyeshadow brush that I got at Walmart probably 10 years ago. If you'll notice, most, if not all of the products in this video are available at the drugstore or just like easily accessible in general, just because I want to make sure everyone knows that it doesn't have to cost a lot to look spooky and cute. Chances are you can probably do it with things you've already got. This is a really good example of what it looked like the entire time I was doing my eyebrows on camera. Don't forget to line your lower lash line as well as put mascara on. For the blackness, the darkness. I do sometimes get fallout on my face from doing my bottom lash line, so I just wipe my face off quick with a brush. I have no comment. Very important, remember to wipe off all of your jewelry if you have any piercings. I'm just gonna zoom through the other eye here and I'll see you in like a minute. So this is my finished face and eyes. And I guess this is where I added the details, I suppose, to distract from my crooked eyebrow. If you're interested in a tutorial on how I paint my neck black or any other kind of eye makeup look or any other tips or tricks, leave me a comment letting me know. I'd love to share all of my secrets. Thank you for watching, and I hate doing this, but if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to upload more. I've been having a ton of fun, so hopefully it sticks this time. Anyway, bye bye!